Certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we are seeing on the stage is the Toro Cultural Princess event. On the other side, we have the Gymnastic Boys. Gymnastic Boys, you don't know what we want to do now. We are bringing upstairs. We are at the first floor. We don't know if we are going to do the second floor.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us. Let's begin to call it a wrap, but let's look at what's happening in the manufacturing industry. In Toyota, Toyota is a very big brand when it comes to car brand manufacturing. Almost every agency of government you know have a brand owned by Toyota, or almost every home, if not all the homes in Nigeria, definitely you find a Toyota brand of a car in that family. But let's see what's happening in Tokyo, Japan, where the manufacturing of this brand comes from. Japanese auto giant Toyota said it has hiked its profit and sales forecast for the current fiscal year as it battled the effect of U.S. tariff. Despite the negative impact of the U.S. tariff that newly arose the fiscal year, we have also reduced tax extent and the profit decline by implementing cost reductions and profit-making effort, the firm stated in a statement. For the year ending March 2026, it expects to see a net profit of 3.57 trillion yen, that is $22.8 billion in dollars, up from the 2.93 trillion yen. Operating profit is the forecast to hit 3.8 trillion yen, up from the 3.4 trillion yen. Sales are expected to hit 50 trillion yen compared to the 49 million yen. However, Toyota said that the September to December quarter saw a net and operating profit fall despite a rise in sales, largely because of a tariff impact that increased expenses between the period. The firm announced that last month, in the month of January, the global sales hit a new record in 2025, despite trade tension helping it to retain its title as the world's top automaker and widen the gap with German rival Volkswagen. The overall increase came despite the sales in China, a crucial market where Toyota faces intensifying competition from local automakers including electric car champion BYD. US sales also climbed 8% despite the 25% tariff in Japan's auto exports, which imposed by Washington between April and mid-September, when a 15% cap kicked in. Still on the manufacturing sector, let's call it a wrap with the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria that have actually filed a suit in the court of law challenging what they said they don't like with the CBN and the commercial bank. Now, not all manufacturing companies have received payment for their unpaid forex exchange and the forward contracts. These companies' unsettled FX backlog have continued to incur losses too big to bear. This is according to the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, the MEN. MEN's advocacy came despite the CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria, declaring that it has concluded a settlement of all valid backlogs. In an interview with correspondent, the Director General of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MEN, Segun Ajayi Kadri, confirmed that some manufacturers with legitimate claims were excluded from the CBN's final settlement and notice and could not be absolved of the resulting losses. Argued that the manufacturers were the least and able to bear the financial burden arising from the unresolved foreign exchange forward contracts. Ajayi Kadri said that industry-wise, we have the least capacity to cope with the damage with which to be done. He also stated that the banks can absorb it, the CBN can absorb, but the manufacturers in Nigeria cannot absorb. The Director General of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MEN, said that the association was engaging with the Apex Bank, the Central Bank of Nigeria, and the federal government to revisit the outstanding cases involving manufacturers whose forex forward remained unpaid. Ajayi Kadri said that the CBN indicated that the exercise was concluded, but we know that some of our members and their companies are deserving of having their settlement. He stated, we continue our conversation by appealing to the CBN to revisit the issue. He said, also, the CBN has announced on the 20th of March 2024 that it has successfully settled all outstanding and valid foreign exchange forward and its obligation, fulfilling a pledge by its governor, Olayemi Kadoso, to clear about $7 billion in inherited forex backlog. The Apex Bank also said that it has engaged Deloitte Consulting to audit the claims, adding that about $2.4 billion worth of transactions were deemed unverified or invalid and excluded from the settlement. However, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MEN, has insisted that some manufacturers caught in the excluded category had complied had complied fully with the prevailing guidelines at the time the contracts were executed. All right, so so many things happen, especially when you are a business person in Nigeria, especially when you are into manufacturing. It's either you don't have power, that's electricity, to run your business, especially when you are in the manufacturing sector. Emphasis on manufacturing. I know why I'm saying that. So you also have forex issues and unpaid backlogs, but the MAN has taken their destinies into their own hands by, okay, let's challenge the matter in court. If they say they've paid us the money, we've not sent the money, or some members of my association have not sent the money. $7 billion, that's a huge sum of money anyway, which Cardoso said they've cleared the backlog. But it seems like not everybody got the backlog. Probably the court will be the one to determine who got and who did not get. That's how far we can go on the show today. God willing, I'll see you again next week. On behalf of my team, I want to thank you for investing your time with us on the show. I am Lawrence Osifo. Bye for now.